In an earlier video, we came across this index law. This tells us that if we are multiplying two powers with the same base, we can simply use the same base but add those indices together. This time, we're going to be looking at multiplying powers where we don't have the same base, but we do have the same index. Let's look at question A. We need to write this as a single power. Now, 5 to the power of 4 is 5 times 5 times 5 times 5, and then we're multiplying that by 3 to the power of 4, which is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Now, I could group these in a different order because it doesn't matter what order I multiply in. So I could write this as 3 times 5 multiplied by 3 times 5 multiplied by 3 times 5 multiplied by 3 times 5. It's the same product, I've just changed the order a bit. And if I put some brackets around here, hopefully you'll see what I'm trying to get at. What we've actually got is 15 times 15 times 15 times 15, which is 15 to the power of 4. Now, that's an awful lot of work to go through, but hopefully you can see how we could have done that without writing all of this working. When we've got powers with the same index, what we can do is multiply the bases together. 5 times 3, that gives us the 15, and then just use the same index. So our answer to this first one is simply 15 to the power of 4. So this is a specific example of another general index law. This one says that if you've got two powers with different bases but the same index, then what you can do is multiply the bases and keep the index. So a to the power of m multiplied by b to the power of m is just a multiplied by b, all raised to the power of m. And hopefully I've convinced you in example A that 15 to the power of 4 really is correct by writing out two full lines of working. Moving on to question B then, we can take this shortcut. I've got two powers with the same index but different bases. That means I can simply multiply those bases together. U times V is UV, and raise it to the power of 3. Pause the video and see if you can answer the remaining questions. Here are the answers. Hopefully question D didn't catch you out. The idea behind it is still based on this same principle. We've got a product of powers where we've got the same index, and what we can do is keep that index the same but multiply the bases together. So A times P times T just gives us APT. Also, hopefully you weren't flustered by any of these negative indices or fractional indices. This index law still applies.